Peace and love. I hope all is well. I decided to come to you today with a Lenormand video. Let's see. It's good to see you again. It's been a while since I've been on here. I try to have a set schedule, but to be honest, I really just post videos when the spirit hits me or when I feel energized enough to put them up here. And so that's why I'm here today. I hope you're doing well. I hope your healing is going well. Hope you had a wonderful Father's Day for all the fathers and wonderful Juneteenth. Today I'm going to be using a different Lenormand deck. I normally use my own, but I'll be using the Maybe Lenormand. This one is nice because it has a few more cards in it instead of a 36 card deck, which is the normally just 36 cards. This one has 52 cards in it. So let's see what messages we get. And it's going to be the standard layout where I'll do 9 cards, and I'll take my time with it so I can make sure I can get all the messages out, and we'll see what's going on with them. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for another day. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, angels, for your protection. Thank you, ancestors. Let's get started. Spirit, what messages do you have for us today? And then also I'll clarify at the end. I'll pull more cards by the species, by the thousands. This Crystal Oracle deck. Use this every time. I like the simplistic messages with those. Spirit, what messages do you have for us today? And I'm just going to shuffle them for a bit until I feel like they're ready. Get the energy going. And that was a message for me. All right, let's see what's going on. The fireplace, which in this deck deals with home. It deals with comfort, a masculine energy. Stork, change. This masculine energy at the top is looking for comfort, looking for change. This might be similar to the last, all the other readings that I've done. The Sabila reading that I did recently, which was a love reading. This is the bouquet. This is a gift right underneath this masculine's feet. We have the sun. This is a beautiful, so far, beautiful energy. And I forgot the name of this card, but it pretty much means success. It means joyful happenings, celebrations. We have the clover. Wow. This is a really great energy. And then the female is in this reading as well. Wow. They're spaced a little bit away from each other. So these are two people that aren't in connection. They're not connected with each other at this time. That's what I get from it. Because we have this whole row in the middle. And then, wow, we have the partnership card here. And this could be romantic partnerships. This is contracts. It could also be business pairings. It really just depends. Underneath it, we have the illness. And then we have the crossroads. And something from the past that brought difficulties here with the snake card. Something shattered in the past. Or something went wrong. And there was finally some sight. Somebody was able to finally see their way out of a situation. I have that here with the cards underneath it. Let's see. All right, let's just take a look here. This is a beautiful reading so far. Some of the ones we've done recently have been a little bit on the tougher side, but I like the energy of this. Give me a minute. I'm going to get a little sip of my rose tea here. So this reading is ultimately about a partnership, because this is the card that we see here. You see that? There's a partnership between this man, this masculine energy, and this feminine energy. All right. This masculine energy is in the process of feeling extremely happy about something that's going on. A major change is happening in his life. And it's just the energy. So this could be about a same-sex couple. It doesn't make a difference. It's whoever would embody the masculine energy. But there's a change happening in the life of this masculine here. And it's something that's major, because for me, the stork brings things that bring about major movements. It's going from one place to the next. It's going from one job to the next, from one relationship to the next. It's nothing small. It's not just going outside, or not just, it's something major and something that's taken time. It's something that you've had to work towards. In the past, we have discomfort. So it could have been a situation where this person wasn't comfortable where they were, or they were looking for a greater sense of comfort. This is also about feeling safe in your home environment, feeling safe with your foundation, feeling safe with the people around you, feeling at ease with who you are. This is also about passions, being passionate about what you're doing, passionate about your calling, your purpose, with that fire. And so this energy was looking for a greater sense of purpose, looking for passion, looking for fire. And that's why that energy is there. And then we have this energy of movement. So there are changes on the horizon. Let's see here. Underneath the masculine energy, we have the bouquet, which is a gift. So either he is a gift, he will be presented as a gift to someone, or a gift has been presented to him. It could be a opportunity. Obviously, it can be this relationship, because these two characters are in this reading together. And underneath the gift is the four-leaf clover, which is happiness. It's happy occurrences. It's things that bring us joy. It's delight. It doesn't have to be something that lasts, but it's something that initially brings us, it makes us smile. So he's in a pretty good position right now, with the bouquet being underneath him. A beautiful opportunity is being presented, because this is a beautiful gift that's being presented to someone. So a beautiful opportunity or gift is being presented to this energy, and it's going to bring lots of happiness underneath it. Beside the bouquet, we have the Cupid's arrow, which means that the opportunity is something that brings in a lot of love. It's something that works on the heart chakra, opens up the heart chakra. And it could be the relationship that we saw here, because that's the initial card that we have on the bottom. So there's a beautiful, loving relationship here. Not only is the relationship and this love, not only is it a gift, it's something that's offered. Spirit is saying it's offered by the Creator, so it's a spiritual gift here. It brings enlightenment with the Sun card. It brings enlightenment. It brings success. It brings life force energy. It brings healing. It brings vitality. It brings heat. It brings passion. Just looking just to make sure. It could have been something that's taken a while, because we have the Cupid arrow pointing down to the celebration. So whenever this comes in, whenever this gift comes in, it'll bring about extreme happiness and relief. And then I'm also getting the sense too, because this little figure, this guy or this cherub or whatever it is, is it an animal in there with him? I can't quite tell, but he's taking a bath in these berries. I guess I don't know if he's making wine, but this makes me think about somebody who's finally able to express themselves in a way that they want to express themselves. Finally able to be free to do something that's unusual, or free to just be whoever they are, because of this particular character in this card. We have the woman down at the bottom here with the sun above her, which means that she's going through a period of healing. She's going through a period of enlightenment, and success as well, because the sun brings in success, which is bringing about major changes in her life. So it could be a situation where it could be moving to a new location, moving into a new career, moving into a new passion, moving into her calling, all these things, because we have the stork here, which indicates that major changes are happening, not only for this masculine energy, but for this feminine energy. For this masculine energy, he's looking for safety, security, he's looking for comfort. He's looking to feel relaxed. He's looking to feel like he can be himself. He can be open. He can be joyful. He can be playful, with that card at the bottom. The feminine energy at the bottom is looking at the clover, so she's also experiencing some happiness too, that'll bring about a celebration. Small things coming in, small insights coming in with the clover. Little bits of luck here and there that are bringing about celebration at the bottom when it comes to this partnership. And it looks like I'm getting the sense that it's a partnership between these two people. It hasn't come into fruition yet, obviously, because like I said earlier, they're not beside each other. They're in different places on this journey. But I think what's happening right now in this reading is that these two people, maybe there's been acknowledgement, or there's been a true understanding, because we have the sun here, which brings about clarity. So there's been a clarity about the partnership, but also there's been a clarity about what brings these people, what brings them comfort, what brings them security, because this also makes me think about security here, this fireplace. It makes me think about home life. What makes these people feel at home, what helps with the foundation, what are they passionate about. That fire deals with passions. And so these two people coming together in a relationship, but also more importantly coming together with their passions. And it could have been some sadness in the past here, because we have the illness card. What other messages do you have for these two people, Spirit? This masculine energy has a gift. Maybe he has a gift that he wants to give this woman here. Maybe it's a gift of simplicity, because this makes me think of that with the clover. It's just something that's small, but it's also something that's powerful, and it's something that's magical. Right? And it's also, too, the connection between these two people is extremely rare here, because the clover, you don't see those that often. They're hard to find. But when you do find them, it's a joyful experience. Let's see, what else? There's been some problems with communication here, because we have the letter, and then we have the illness card and the decision. So there's been some difficulties with communication, and that's affected movements forward here, because this is a card of movement with the crossroads, or the cross card here. It's not a cross, it's just two swords, so it's more like decisions that need to be made. So there's been some difficulties with communication, or somebody has heard something that's caused some difficulty. They've heard some bad news, which has kept them from moving forward here. This card here is about truly being delighted. It's about abundance. So it could be some news about finances, some difficult news about finances, but with this card being on the bottom, it's saying that things will pick up here, that there will be abundance happening in this connection or happening with these two people. Spirit is saying that the romance is important, or this romantic connection will bring answers. It will bring about a certain type of understanding and knowledge with the key card there. But there could have been some arguments in the past, disagreements, difficult situations in the past, because things were unknown, things weren't revealed. So maybe people weren't being truthful with each other. Maybe people weren't expressing how they felt with this book here being closed. But now somebody is really they're ready to be honest. They're ready to be ferocious or powerful or courageous in their speech. Maybe some abundance has come in, some financials have come in, or this person is has a greater ability to move, because a fish also deal with money, they don't deal with abundance, but they deal with movement, things being able to flow forward, right? Maybe something might happen with the job life. Maybe there's been some changes with work or career. Whatever it is, it's going to come in. It's going to come in pretty quickly. Whatever changes that come in with the finances or come in with the work life, it comes in really quickly here. Let's see what else I might see. There could be a promotion or something like that on the horizon, or a raise, or because this card for me deals with work. It's a work card, but it's promotions, it's being recognized, it's, what's the other word? I can't think of it right now. This will allow for greater movement, travel. Travel could be on the horizon for these people, for these two individuals in this reading, whether they're traveling together or they're traveling different as they're moving separately as they're moving within their passions. Because like I said, it hasn't been a connection where these two people are together at this time because they're not on the same row. And that doesn't have to be the case, but that's just what I'm getting with this particular reading. This is a nice reading. This is a good energy. And it's a short reading. Let's pull some more cards. Some things have to happen. Compatibility flipped over. So this is about two people being extremely compatible with one another. This is also about two people finding work and moving towards passions that they're compatible with. So it's two things happening in these cards. It's people coming together, partnership. It's two different types of partnerships happening. Partnership of the self and a partnership of the romantic kind. And I will say really quickly, like I say in other videos, in order to have a powerful, honest, and a truthful connection, romantic connection, you have to have a connection with the self, or you have to have a true understanding of the partnership of the self or with the self, meaning that you know what you're here to do and you're moving towards that. You know what you've been called to do in this lifetime and you're moving towards that. Whether you're in the middle phase of that, whether you're moving towards the end, it doesn't make a difference. If you're at the very beginning, it doesn't make a difference. But what it means is that you're focusing on your healing and you're focusing on yourself and knowing who you are. And so that when you meet someone, you know, these two people could have met each other when they were still kind of figuring out their purpose and their fire and their passion, because we have those elements there, some confusion there, maybe some difficulties coming together. This is a card of difficulties for me, and some things being hidden, knowledge being hidden. So these two people could have had knowledge hidden about themselves, right? And so that's what they're working towards, finding out more about themselves. Ultimately, that'll bring these two people together. Growth. There's been tremendous growth with this partnership, with the partnership of the self and the romantic partnership as well. Even if it hasn't been any communication, there's been growth in it. Discernment. So there had to be letting people, we had to let some things go. We had to let certain mindsets go. We had to let certain ideas about ourselves go. We had to let certain people go out of our lives. We had to let certain, you understand what I'm saying. Discernment is the idea of knowing what's right for you, knowing what's right for your healing, knowing what's right for your growth, knowing what's right for your spiritual movements forward. Everything we do in life is spiritual, right? Whether you know it or not, we talk about it all the time. And so this is a spiritual gift, the idea or the gift of discernment. It's being able to access your intuitive knowledge, access your spiritual knowledge, knowing what's right for the spiritual and emotional body. Right? And so when we get to that point where we're able to utilize true discernment, that means we are creating a safe space for ourselves. That's when this comes in. And this is what this masculine energy was looking for. And this is what this feminine energy is looking for as well. They're both looking for security. They're looking for safety. They're looking to feel safe. Looking to feel safe with one another is one thing, but looking to feel safe on their own is the main thing. And that's what it's been about. Feeling safe in your skin, feeling safe in your calling and your purpose, feeling safe in your spiritual faith. Authenticity. Okay, and so this is what it's about in a resolution. So we realize that it's been some difficulties with communication with these two people. But this is a resolution of coming to terms with who you are. Both coming to terms with who they are here, because we have the decisions that had to be made. Communication that was could have been difficult or could have brought sadness, or the lack of communication. We remember the book that's closed, knowledge that wasn't revealed. And then we have the authenticity card with this growth and discernment and this authenticity. And the lapis lazuli, which is to me the crown and the crown and the brow chakra. So gaining that high level of intuition, being able to communicate with your guides, being able to communicate with the higher self, but also with this color, being able to speak your truth, which is this throat chakra, that blue. It's almost like a blue purple, but it's that blue energy, royal blue, of being able to speak for yourself, being able to speak truly as yourself. And that's when this energy comes in with being authentic. So this was a lesson that needed to be learned. This is the lesson. This is the reward. This is the actual gift here in the middle, the bouquet. This is the gift. The gift is two people coming together. When they're able to make it together, they come together as their truly authentic selves. They come together ready to speak nothing but the truth. They come together knowing what's right for them in their environment and their movements and their growth with this discernment card. And they're ready to grow together. Right? They're ready to dissolve any disagreements here with this resolution card. There are things that need to be done here because we have the focus card. Underneath that we have the organization. So there could be things that are happening behind the scenes, moving pieces. We saw in here with the financials. It could be money that's, still at play. Work situations still at play. Organizations still at play. So it could be people are still involved in certain organizations or moving towards new organizations. It really just just many different things that can happen with that. Let's see. This is a nice reading, though. This is a nice change from what we've been seeing with the last readings. And the energy is just different. Sorry about this. Just trying to get my little bag of charms. But this is what we want to see with readings. We want to see growth. We want to see changes. We want to see, we want to have enlightenment. We want to have movement forward. Be gentle with your movements. Be gentle with the changes that are happening. Realizing that things are going to take time. It's patience that's needed here. And I'm getting that here with this little piece of blue lace agate here. Things that are going to take time. This stone is a little bit gray too, so it's almost, it might still be some gray area. It might still be some things that aren't clear, things that have to come to light. And we have the sun here, which we know that it will. There could still be some issues with finances. Finances could be affecting change here. So money could still be at play. Spirit, this particular, this for me is the idea of knowing the value of what you do have. And so Spirit is saying that even if it looks like you're not in a position to make major changes, you are in a position to make changes with what you do have. You make sure you apply the magician energy in the tarot, which means you utilize what's on hand. And so you're being resourceful. You're utilizing what's on hand. You're utilizing your hands, your mind, your heart, your spirit, your talents, everything. You're combining them, and you're taking something that's 0 and you're turning it to 10, just based on what's already with you. So that's the energy of just being resourceful and knowing your value, knowing your value. Also knowing the value that'll happen with this change, not underestimating how important the change can be in your life, how much of a renewal it can be here with the sun energy, which is that life force energy, not underestimating the power of using your discernment, truthfully using it with courage, right? Not just knowing that things aren't right, not just intuiting them, but that things aren't right, but actually knowing it's not right and moving towards something better. There's value in that. Listen to your guides here. This is clear communication for me. This is Danderite. This is a high frequency stone, but this is also, it produces, or it can create connections with the spirit realm if you meditate with it. But it's not really about that. It's about, you are in a position now where your guides are speaking to you. You are in a position now where you're being looked after and protected by the spiritual realm. You're being watched over. There's a communication channel that's been created. Whether you're aware of it or not, it's already been created. They're aware of what's going on. And so Spirit is saying that you can speak. You can speak clearly. The lines of communication are open between you and Spirit. But also that there's healing that's happening. There's a clearing that's happening. A spiritual clearing and a cleansing. And so this could have been something that you're moving from with this discernment and from this energy from the past. You're moving from something that caused great difficulty, something that was heavy, something that spiritually was heavy, right? And so we're in the process of, we're clearing all that negativity, we're clearing all of that karma, we're clearing all of that stuff from the past, and we're moving into a new future. And so Spirit is saying, move with caution, move with patience, move with clarity, move with surety. It's a balance there. On the bouquet, we have the tiger's eye, which means that whatever this gift is, it's the gift of being yourself. It's the gift of moving towards your passions and your desires. But also it's the gift of the partnership. the partnership that these two people are creating. And this could be love, this could be a job. Kind of take it and put it in your life. If you find, if you've moved towards this reading, if you're here, there's something here for everybody. But whatever this is that's being created, it's taken a serious amount of courage, and Spirit is saying that the courage will have to move forward into it. That you don't just drop it, you have to keep going forward, because this is high level energy and movement. And so Spirit is saying continue to be courageous in your actions, be courageous in your thoughts, and courageous in your truthful words. So speak with courage. Speak with power. This is where the abundance is. And we have a little small piece of citrine here, which for me is abundance. It's money, it's finance, it's tangible as well as spiritual. So Spirit is saying that your gift truly lies in being yourself. Your gift truly lies in speaking your truth and moving towards that passionate future where you're doing what you're called to do with courage, right? And that's where that money is. And that's how you're able to rebuild what might have been lost in the past when it comes to finances, because we see that there's been some difficulties with that in the past, or there might have been some issues with that in the past. But Spirit is saying that there are rewards. There are rewards here. Not only with the gift that's being given, but what you do with the power of the gift that's being given, right? On this love card, this makes me think, because it's pointing on this Cupid, this idea of being yourself, that it could have taken some time to finally love yourself enough to truly be yourself. Finally love yourself enough to show yourself, in this naked form. And this is always when this comes out too. This is something that is a seashell, but it's really smooth. So it's something that's weathered time. It's something that's happened over time. It's something that's been smoothed out over time. Knowing that something could have been jagged in the past, something could have been rough in the past, but over time, with trials and tribulations and having disappointments and having hard lessons, things are finally in a place where they're smoothing over. They're becoming comfortable. You're feeling safe, right? And also too, that loving yourself brings greater comfort. Loving yourself brings the security that you're looking for. Being yourself brings the security, right? And this partnership, whatever it is for you, brings a sense of comfort. It brings a sense of smoothness. It's a smooth communications, or smooth, not saying it's smooth sailing where it won't be any type of difficulties, but it's a smooth feeling, or smooth energy, or smooth vibrational energy. It's nothing that's jagged. It's nothing that'll cause major ups and downs and dips. I'm not getting that energy from it. It's kind of has a very tranquil feeling. And then that's the thing too, in life sometimes we feel like if things are tranquil, or if we're moving towards things that are tranquil, that we're not doing anything. But we all deserve to have peace. We all deserve to be in peaceful states, and that's when we're able to create those things that are groundbreaking, and able to create those things that can bring major changes to the world, or just major changes to our spiritual environments. All right, that's it. Let's pull one of these. Let's see what message we get. What message do you have? I might just pull one out. Sometimes I like to pull one, and sometimes it's nice if they come out too. However Spirit wants to deliver them to me, I'll take it. I think I'm just going to pull one today. Whatever it is, it's always the message that's needed. That one would have been nice. Childlike expression, right? Harmony too. So moving towards a greater sense of harmony. Spirit is saying there's protection, and that you are protected as you make changes, and there are blessings on the way here. And we see that there are blessings with the bouquet card. It's time to move forward here. right? It's time to make those movements. You've been using your discernment. You've been growing, and Spirit is saying now it's going to be the time to start moving. Now we want to start moving the vehicle forward. It's like the chariot energy. You're moving into a place of childlike expression. What is that? That's being at peace with who you are. Nobody is more at peace than the child. A child in its true state and its a happy state without, any heaviness of its environment, right? So, because children go through difficulties too. But when if things are right, if our environments are right and we're able to be children and children are able to be children, then that's a beautiful energy. And so that's the energy that adults need to be at too, because this is where all the spiritual knowledge is. It's in the childlike expression. It's in the lighthearted energy. It's in that tranquility. It's in that peacefulness. But it's also a sense of playfulness too. That's the card that we have here. These two people are moving into a sense of playfulness, whether it's with each other. That might not be at this time, but definitely they're moving towards it when it comes to their passions and what they enjoy doing. They're starting to play more. They're starting to feel safe and secure with what they're doing. They're starting to feel, more excited about their passions, right? Because we have that, have that energy. This childlike expression will bring about major changes. This is where the changes lie in the childlike expression. What does that mean? It just means that you're finally expressing yourself the way you were meant to express yourself when you arrived here on this planet. It's a return to the initial energy, some of the initial energetic frequencies of you when you were not hindered by society and the pressures of the world. That's a blessing. All right. All right. See you next time. Peace.